What's up, everybody? I got another Asus Ally X gameplay video for you guys today, and today we're gonna try to play Final Fantasy XVI. Now last time I kept getting stuck in one spot and kept crashing over and over again, but I think it's had one or, actually no, I don't think it's had a driver update and then, so I don't know if it's gonna even be able to be played. So this might be a really short video, but we're gonna try to hop into the game and see how it plays. I do not think it will run at no 1080p or 900p or any of that stuff. At least not base. We'll try it out with FSR's help, but I don't see the point in trying to do it native. It's gonna be like 2 FPS to 10 FPS probably if we did that. But in any case, why don't we not waste any more time? It seems like it wants to go to sleep anyway. And why don't we go ahead and hop ourselves into the game? I mean, if we even can. So here we go. Let's put it on 1080p. Base 1080p anyway. We're still gonna run FSR3 because I figured they didn't have a chance in hell at getting playable FPS. Without FSR's help, hell, it still probably can. At least on high. But we're gonna try it anyway. And then we'll drop it down and go from there. So let's go see how it does though. In the game we are. And yeah, I figured at 1080p we weren't gonna be able to get no 60 plus or even 30 plus, but definitely not 60, but I meant to say 30 plus. But still doing a little better than I thought. Still gonna probably drop down into the teens once we get out here though. And then somehow I was able to get through this battle, and then it started doing that shit where it started freezing every time I hit my opponents, just like it did in the demo, even though we're in a completely different spot. But I don't know. Maybe it would have been fine if I would have just kept playing it with these settings, but I have a feeling it still would have done the same thing eventually. Probably when we got to the Dragoon guy or something. So, I'd say it's time to go drop it down to 900p. 900p time now. We're gonna drop it down to medium presets. Well, not preset, but just medium quality as well. There's really no presets. Well, there's a preset, but I just like going down here and going medium and mid and all that stuff. Alright, game time. So here we go, we're at 900p now, with medium settings. But of course, with FSR, it's not really 900p, just like 1080p wasn't 1080p. But I'm glad I turned that on, because without it, we would be getting really bad FPS still. I mean, we still are, don't get me wrong, but at least this is playable-ish. But if I recall, this is where we get out there and start hitting them, and then it's like insta-crash. And then two times it just crashed the game, one time it crashed the whole console to the point where I had to hold the power button down. Yep, see what I mean? Just crashes and eventually the screen will turn black and whatever, but we can just move on. Now let's do 720p, and then when I do camera recorder, I'll turn frame gen on. So now, let's get it back into the game. 720p now with everything on low. FPS is alright-ish, but again, I think it just goes out there and crashes. And I think this is the time it just crashes the whole system. So yeah, this thing just probably needs a driver update or something, and I checked, and there were none before I started this video. At least from Asus. I could probably just go download them myself. But I don't want this to turn into another Alienware situation, so I'm just going to leave them alone and let them take care of their own stuff. Luckily, the G15 Advantage seems to be okay with just whatever drivers you want to use, but that Alienware is like, no, you gotta use Dell, blah, blah, blah. If you don't, there's problems. Luckily, I have figured out ways to get around all those, but it's still lame. Because I think the last time was August that it updated. Oh, nope, see? Still crashes, no matter what there. I don't know how I got past this with the higher settings and higher resolution, but hey, it is what it is, so let's go move on to camera, although the same thing will still probably happen. Alright, this still probably won't work whatsoever, but we're going to try to get a little camera recorded gameplay with frame gen on. And we'll get a little how long it takes to load test. Yeah, still does not feel like we're getting these kind of frame rates though. But it's all good. It's not a miracle worker. If you're not already getting 60 FPS already, it's not really going to help that much. And it's probably going to like instantly crash the whole system once we go out here and attack anyway. I just wanted to try without being hooked up to the computer, but if I remember correctly last time this was happening, it still didn't help. I think it just needs a driver update, but they haven't given us a GPU update in a while. But I could probably just go download, you know, the official drivers if I wanted to. But regardless, I'm not going to for a game that runs like this. There's no point. It's not run good enough for me to warrant playing on this either. And the Steam Deck was getting less FPS, but I will say at least the Steam Deck didn't crash like this. So, I mean, say what you will. Steam Deck's weak and all that, but hey, at least it was able to play this game. Not at playable frame rates, and I wouldn't want to play it, but at least you could play. This one you can't. You attack something and it crashes your whole system, no matter what. So you have like a couple seconds to like show the desktop. And then, oh, I always like just making a new desktop. And it had an error, but now where is that stupid thing? There it is, Final Fantasy, right at the top. Nope, not run new task, dang it. End task. There we go. Now we can close that. And yeah, that's that. So I guess let's go wrap this video on up. Well, alright guys, that is a wrap for Final Fantasy XVI on the Asus Ally X. And that was a complete shit show too. Not really playable FPS either. Slightly more playable than the Steam Deck and frame rate, but every time you attack an enemy, it freezes your whole game. So that's not very fun, nor very playable. So even though I wouldn't play on either one, I mean, the Steam Deck has the win on that one. At least you can piddle about at 5 FPS masquerading as 25 to 30, but this thing, you can't even do that. It just freezes and instantly crashes. So that's lame. Figured maybe the, you know, full retail version could do it, so it must be an Ally problem. It probably needs an update. It warned me before going in, just like before, you can't play with this GPU driver. You're gonna run into problems. But I tried anyway, and yep, I definitely did, so they were not lying. But in any case, that is all I got for you guys for this particular video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you guys. And until the next video, peace out, guys.